Sanders has got it, looks, gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery on the dribble out front. Around the top of the key. Malcolm Manier had it knocked free, but Montgomery will finally lose it out of bounds. So Manier caused the turnover. He almost came up with it clean.
Bull Manier's playing a great game.
You talk about a slam dunk. If he'd got that one, you would have seen one.
I mean, a high wire act.
Lannon on the left wing, drives baseline, gets it to Boyce. Boyce, a little 8-foot jumper that won't go. Rebound underneath Hall, and he's foul going up.
Foul's going to be on Kevin Frierson, I believe. Let's see what the call is. 4-0, it is Frierson.
And Cedric Hall will be at the free throw line for the Blue Devils. Hall will shoot.
He'll shoot
two shots. Number one is good, and he'll have another.
Nathan Hoffmeister checking into the ball game for the Blue Devils, as is big number 34, Cheesebrew, back in the game for Riverdale.
Hoffmeister in at a guard, as Pat told you, for the Blue Devils. Second throw, Hall is off, no good. Rebound down on the baseline. Frierson. Long feed left side to Sanders. Sanders trying to drive, running jumpers off, no good. Rebound, the big boy. Osborne goes up, hits the left-hander. Lannon with it in backcourt. To Manier, 23-11. They go to Boyce. Boyce to Hoffmeister, to Manier. Manier driving. Drops underneath to Boyce. Reverse layup is no good. Stolen by Hall, and he puts it up and in. Great move by Cedric Hall. 25-11, Blue Devils. Here's Frierson. Goes around, his jumper is good, and he's fouled by Lannon. Lannon on the foul, and Frierson will go to the free throw line and try to complete a three-point play. At the line. Frierson for one after the field goal was made. Shot is off, no good. Now they call Lannon for going in too soon, and we'll give him another shot. At the free throw line, Frierson hits the second one. Hoffmeister with it for the Blue Devils. And he throws it to the other end and misses everything, and the quarter ends. 25-14 Lebanon. We'll be back after this. Lebanon out to a big lead. And with the substitutions taking place so frequently by both teams across the way, we're going to do a little substituting announcers here as Pat Lawson is going to take over for the horseman tonight.
A little bit of throat trouble there by Dr. Harville.
25-14, Lebanon leads at the quarter. Big quarter for the Blue Devils. Devilettes a big win earlier here tonight, 66-52.
Well, the Blue Devils are going to bring out Lanning, Brent Clemens, Daniel Easterly, Reese Davis, and Matt Vaughn to start the second quarter. But Riverdale will have the ball as they trail by 11 points. 25-14 the score after quarter number one. Riverdale goes into the corner to Michael Lane into the ball game, to the top of the key to Adam Osborne. Right side over Montgomery. Back out to Lane, and he hits a big three-pointer. As Lane steps in the ball game for the first time, and he cuts it to an 8-point lead just like that. 25-17, Blue Devils have it. Clemens going to throw it. Last touch by the Riverdale Warriors, so it won't be an over in the back call. But Clemens comes across the timeline. He has it taken away by Lane. Lane goes to the floor, but it comes up in the hands of Frierson. Frierson into the corner to Montgomery. Montgomery back out to Lane. Lane to the top to Frierson. Pulls up 17 feet, no good. Rebounded by Brent Clemens. Blue Devils come out a little sloppy here in quarter number two, but they have the ball and look to settle things down. Right side. Reese Davis penetrates in the middle, pulls up, 8-footer, good. Reese Davis just penetrates right in the middle lane, gets right in front of the basket, and knocks it down from about 8-10 feet. Foul going to be called on. That's going to be 3 on Daniel Easterly as he went for the steal against Big Adam Osborne.
Well, Easterly's having his problems now trying to stay out of foul trouble, and that's 3 on him here in the first half. And Coach Hutto wants to talk about it across the way. We'll pause again for 30 seconds and then be back.
27-17, a 10-point ball game with 6:48 to go in the half. Riverdale will have it under their own basket as Big Michael Lane brings it in. Lob inbounds, but it's taken away by the Blue Devils. Clemens on a run out, gets the layup to go down, but it's going to be touched on the rim by Reese Davis. They say offensive goaltending, so they'll wave it off. I'm not sure that one was not going to go down, but Reese Davis makes sure of that as they wave it off as he touched it on the rim. So Riverdale has it. Montgomery brings it across the timeline for the Warriors. 1-3-1 zone now by Coach Hutto and the Blue Devils out of the timeout. Montgomery dumps it down low to Osborne, and his shot is up and good. So just like that, it's back to an 8-point game. Manier pulls up, three-pointer right side, and this guy is on fire.
Boy, he's having a ball game, isn't he?
3 3-pointers for Manier, and he's got 15 in the game. Double team at half court. Manier and Vaughn double team Lane. They get it down low to Osborne. Layup again. It's going to be blocked, and again they're going to call goaltending. This time they'll count the basket. So give 2 more points to Adam Osborne.
Well, they don't call the foul. They just call goaltending on Reese Davis.
I thought they were going to call the foul as well, but luckily Reese Davis just gets tagged with the goaltend. So give credit to Adam Osborne, and it's a 30-21 game. Vaughn, left side to Lanning. Lanning thought about the 3, but he'll lob it into Reese Davis. Davis dribbles it out of bounds. Tried to bring it back out, just lost it off his hip, and it goes out of bounds, so the Warriors will get it back.
Boyce coming in now because Coach Hutto don't want any
like a day school?
Yeah.
Cat's got your tongue. The horse has your tongue.
Bad play right now.
Lane,
you ever tried to say something and couldn't?
It's tough, especially when everybody's listening to you. Down low, Riverdale gives it off, but Vaughn comes away with a rebound on the missed shot from Marquise Crockett. So again, Manier pulls up three-pointer. This is going to be off, no good. Rebound tipped around. Osborne comes away with it, and the Warriors control. Blue Devils still lead by 9. Warriors quickly up the floor. Give it off to Cheesebrew. Cheesebrew is going to be, well, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a block on Matt Vaughn.
You don't see that call much. Vaughn might just have been a little bit late getting there that time, Pat, but he's a master at setting them up for a charge.
Cheesebrew will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Cheesebrew, a big hunk of guy. I don't know where I'd want to set him up with.
I was thinking that. Vaughn thought the same thing. He was laying on the floor. Cheesebrew misses a free throw. And checking back in the ball game for Riverdale is going to be big number 44, Bobby Leathers, and also Kebrick Frierson. Cheesebrew missed his first one. Second free throw is also no good. Rebounded by Hall, but they say he stepped out of bounds when he tried to save it.
After he was pushed by Frierson.
So the Blue Devils turn it over again. Warriors will have it under their own basket as they trail by 9. 30-21 is the score. Blue Devils lead with 5:18 to go. Leathers from the short corner. No good rebound. I mean, that was in the middle of the lane. I'm sorry, from about 8 feet.
Lanning,
he still
I think,
missed
on
it.
the arm.
Foul is called, and it is on Lanning. So that's 2 on Chad Lanning, and that's his 7th on the team. Or excuse me, the 8th on the team.
And Riverdale slowly trying to climb back in this ball game. Blue Devils had them out by 13 at one point.
First free throw by Kebrick Frierson is no good.
And if they could hit their free throws, they'd have been a little bit closer. Coming into the ball game now is Matt Canada.
Oh, Canada. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Lanning.
Try the Wabash cannonball.
Clemens, or excuse me, that's Vaughn up the left side with the basketball. Vaughn tries to go down low to Boyd. Boyd does so on the wing. Pulls up from 15 feet, but he's going to be fouled on the play. That's going to be foul on Leathers. His first foul, team 7th, but it's sent John Boyce to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, the Riverdale coach pleading over there, but that was so obvious to everybody that he hit him right on the arm. I don't know what he's growling about there. He's had some complaints earlier, but not there.
Boyd's first free throw is good. Blue Devils shot 3 of 6 from the line in the first quarter. Now they're 1 of 1 here in the second quarter. as Brent Clemens steps in and replaces Chad Lanning. Boyce, second free throw is up and is also good.
And the Blue Devils go back up by 11.
Full court press now by the Blue Devils. Warriors get it in. Across over to Leathers. Leathers across the timeline. Gives it off to Michael Lane. Excuse me, that's going to be 33 Canada. Canada down low to Frierson, and his shot is up and good. So Kebrick Frierson picks up his 6th point.
Well, he just muscled that in over Boyce down there. He had too much muscle for John Boyce.
Manier and the Blue Devils bring it across. Right side. Going left to right as you listen in. He hands off to Vaughn. Vaughn, top of the key, sets the offense. Comes right over to Manier. Manier to Boyce. Boyce picks up his dribble. Listens to the signals from Coach Hutto. To Manier. Manier thought about pulling up for 3. Gives it off to Vaughn. Vaughn into the corner to Clemens. Clemens dumps it off to Boyce. Boyce can't find the handle. It's going to be a jump ball, but it'll stay on this end as the Blue Devils have the arrow.
Good pass by Clemens, but I don't think Boyce was really expecting it. So they did good to save it. And again, we get a timeout call. And Lebanon leads it 32-23 by 9 with 4:04 to play in the opening half. We'll be back in 30. Way of the second period here at Lebanon High School. And again, we repeat, if the Blue Devils can win this ball game, they win the district title. Outright.
If they lose, they share with White County, assuming White County wins tonight, I'm guessing?
Yes, assuming White County wins tonight.
But the Blue Devils have a 9-point lead. Really came out of the first quarter looking strong. They led by 11 after the break in the first quarter. 25-14, they had the basketball underneath their own basket. Clemens to bring it in. Boyce, Hall, Malcolm Manier, and Matt Vaughn in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Vaughn has it on the top. 2-3 zone now by Riverdale. Left side, they go to Clemens. Skip cross to Manier. Manier pump fakes, penetrates, back to Vaughn. Now back to Manier. Over to Vaughn on top. Left side over to Clemens. Down low to Boyce. Short corner. His 12-footer's good. John Boyce picks up his 6th point, and it's a 34-23 lead. Good ball movement by the Blue Devils, and Boyce buries the 12-footer. Lane down the left side. Pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound by Adam Osborne. His putback is also no good, and John Boyce just went up and over everybody and pulls it down for the Blue Devils. Vaughn quickly down the middle. Left side over to Clemens. Clemens thought about dumping it down low to Boyce, but swings it back out to Vaughn as they set the offense. Vaughn spin move, pulls up, gives it off to Manier. Manier working left side, over to Vaughn. As the Riverdale Warriors jump back into that man-to-man defense. Vaughn spins back to middle, pulls up right in front of the lane, no good, rebounded by Ted Montgomery as he brings it across the half-court line for the Warriors. Montgomery on the right side. Comes to the middle on the screen from Osborne. All the way to the basket, puts it up, and no good. Rebound by Osborne, but he's going to be fouled.
Well, Osborne goes right over the back and gets that rebound, and then they call the foul on the shot, which the foul was there. But
foul's on John Boyce. His first personal, team's 9th. So they'll send Adam Osborne to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. Montgomery had a lane all the way to the basket. Couldn't get it to go down on the left-handed layup, but Osborne gets the rebound and will shoot 2. He hits the first, and checking in the game for the Blue Devils is Reese Davis replacing Cedric Hall. Also in for the Warriors will be John Cheesebrew, and I believe Jake Owen is back in the ball game as well, number 22. Osborne's second free throw is no good, rebounded by Reese Davis, but he's going to be fouled, and that should be against Frierson. And it is, his second.
So we'll walk to the other end, and that's a 7th-team foul, and Reese Davis will shoot free throws.
So Reese Davis goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 because it is the 9th-team foul. Or excuse me, I've got 8. But it doesn't matter. They've got